Hi, I am Anna. I come from www.ntvforex.com. Correlations wide rangers, EUR, GBP, AUD, NZD. http://ntvforex.com news ID 66DBB3 7/17/2020 10:07:34 am. Main problem to wide range currency pairs is correlations and explains small range movements. Further explains why USD vs non-USD pairs, AUD-USD, NZD-USD, and EUR-USD, trade and rise into severe overbought for the past 4 weeks. A lost currency pair to correlations vs its main counterparts in the universe such as EUR-AUD and EUR-NZD, 1T per form, are sold and will trade in small ranges. Nobody wants a currency pair that doesn't contain a correlation. Main problems to currency pair correlations is found between EUR and GBP and cross pairs. AUD-USD, NZD-USD, and cross pairs are running perfectly on all cylinders. AUD-NZD and EUR-GBP are excluded from the list as we don't bother trading this pair. A universe to EUR-USD for example contains EUR-USD, EUR-JPY, and EUR-CHF while EUR-CAD is the middle pair and insight to the wide rangers EUR-NZD and EUR-AUD. EUR-AUD and EUR-NZD must contain at least a pulse to correlations and currently, it lacks any connection to EUR-USD. The GBP-USD universe contains GBP-USD, GBP-JPY, and GBP-CHF then GBP-CAD as middle currency pair and insight to wide rangers, GBP-NZD and GBP-AUD. GBP-USD and EUR-USD operate and trade on 2 separate planes. The immediate first 3 currency pairs must contain high correlations in order to trade correctly and as one universe. It's not unusual to see negative correlations to main counterparts but it off-kilter to see high negative correlations to the point of no pulse and underperformance to price movements. EUR-USD correlations v EUR 98 Australian dollars %. AUD vs EUR correlation 99%. EUR is a lost price without a correlation. Means current price level is wrong and off sync to EUR-USD and AUD-USD. The proper scenario is to correlate to EUR-USD as its perfect counterpart. AUD-USD vs AUD-EUR correlate to 97% and runs perfectly. The lost correlation to EUR-USD vs EUR-AUD traveled to AUD-USD and AUD-EUR. A correlation at 1 and -1 exists in markets and can't ever leave and the level of the correlation rises and falls with the currency price relationship. GBP-AUD. Bust vs GBP correlation 48%. AUD vs GBP 96%. GBP-AUD better correlated to GBP-USD but again explains small range movements. EUR-NZD. EURIST vs EURNZD correlation 85%. NZD vs EURNZD 96%. EURNZD current price is unresponsive to EURIST and NZD. GBP-NZD. Bust vs GBP-NZD correlation 32%. NZD vs GBP-NZD correlation 94%. GBP-NZD slight pulse to bust but extremely low correlation. GBP-CAD. Bust vs CAD correlation 51%. USD-CAD vs CAD correlation 39%. What's wrong with wide range currency pairs is correlation at current prices either to high or low vs counterparts. GBP-USD vs USD-CAD. To judge how overall currency markets are performing vs 2 exact opposite currency pairs. GBP-USD vs USD-CAD -37%. This relationship at 37% isn't terrible but a better performing price relationship to wider movements between GBP-USD and USD-CAD would be a higher negative at -80% and 90%. USD-CAD vs GBP-JPY. What explains the low correlation in GBP-USD vs USD-CAD is USD-CAD vs GBP-JPY underperformance at -15%. If this relationship turns positive then USD-CAD and GBP-JPY will trade and track together. Current price at USD 1.3576 Canadian dollars and GBP-JPY at 134.59 aren't far away to distances from each other. This concept viewed from 1.3576 v 1.3459. A breakout S warranted from USD CAD and GBP JPY due to low correlations. The correlation should contain a much higher negative. GBP USD vs GBP JPY. GBP USD vs GBP JPY correlate at 94% and is correct. GBP USD and GBP CHF correlate to 72% and is low. Should be in higher 80 and 90s. GBP CHF has underperformed in recent weeks and it's now understood why. A positive correlation however serves as a backstop to GBP USD, as GBP USD proper position is to trade between bottom GBP CHF and upper pair, GBP JPY. EUR USD vs EUR JPY. EUR USD vs EUR JPY correlate to 97% and is perfect, and this means longs and shorts run together perfectly. USD CAD vs CAD JPY. USD CAD vs CAD JPY correlate to 52% and is far too low, as the relationship serves much better to price movements against a higher negative. Subscribe our channel to receive the news as soon as possible. Thank you for watching.